Hey guys, AlduicS here, and we're back with Season 1, Episode 16 of the Eminence in Shadow. The Bushin Festival's underway. We're currently in the prelims. Only time will tell how long it'll take until we get into the actual finals, because we do have to clash with Iris, with Anne-Rose, with Quentin, Goldie, but I've been very much enjoying seeing the antics of Sid as he crosses off another item on his bucket list, as he dons the disguise of Mundane Man. Also, he can do several upsets, so he can catch the audience and all of his opponents off guard and reveal his true strength when it counts. He's acting weak, appearing weak. He's donned this very unremarkable persona for it. He's changed his body language and everything, wearing cheap armor, all prepared for by Gamma, and it's just fantastic. The lengths this man goes to just so he can act like a background character, act like an Eminence in Shadow. Oh, it never ceases to entertain me. It's so damn good. But if we completely disregard everything about his involvement last time, Rose has caused an incident. She stabbed her fiance, or at least the one prepared for her. His name? Perv Asshat. Still undecided if that's a nickname or his actual one, but we know the names are kind of on the nose in this series. I mean, Mundane Man after all, so it could very well be his name. But either way, she's currently missing in action, and we know she wants to become closer friends with Natsume and Alexia, but this will definitely become an international incident. It might be something the Kings have to quell down or seek accountability for. Where did she go? How will she intertwine with Shadow Garden because she's possessed? And whatever it was that motivated her to do so, there was obviously extenuating circumstances. So I'm kind of curious to learn more about it. Will Sid, or rather Shadow or Shadow Garden themselves, investigate it, or will we come back to it in an episode or two's time? Because we only got 4 episodes after this. But before we hop into the episode itself, check out my links down below if you want the full version of this, because this is highlights. Go over to my Patreon, support me there. It'd be very much appreciated. And while you're checking out those links, support me on those other platforms. It does help. Make sure you leave a like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell to get notified when I upload next. And let's hop into this. Who are you? I like your design. And the skimpy outfit is on point. Oh? Could she be searching for Alpha? Very like Alpha, maybe. So, a descendant of Olivier? The daughter of a late sister, was that? God, the wind pressure. I like her outfit a lot. But it's the degenerate in me. The way she steps from the darkness into the light, she's on the straight and narrow, so to say. Ooh, that's high praise from Sid. Imatri Nodalos. These names are wild, y'all, but... So, she's looking for Alpha. Is she maybe going after... well, obviously we know she was abandoned at some point because she was being sold as a flesh blob and carried around by bandits. But I'm kind of curious, what were the circumstances prior? What was her life before? If we focus on that aspect, that'd also be very cool, because I always love learning about the Seven Shadows and seeing what their lives were like or how they've adjusted now, because it was nice seeing a little bit for new. And I know she's not necessarily a Seven Shadow, but she's been praised well enough that her skills are on par with him, essentially, by Alpha. So it's good enough. So I'm kind of curious more about Beatrix. I want to spend some more time with her. And maybe how she relates to Olivia as well. How old is she? Oh, do you have a modicum of respect for him now, even after beating his ass? Delgada 7 Blades. Reminds me of the 7 Swordsmen of the Mist, or whatever they were titled in Naruto. Zabuza was one of them at one point. The shark dude, I think, was, or at least he had his blade from them. Dude's a bit of a coward. He doesn't take the risks. And he's gonna get a dramatic upset. Oh, I can't wait to see his smirk get wiped off his face. The dude has the speed. That was a bone cracking. Did he pop his neck or something? Sounded like he like popped his neck to avoid the blade or something. He cracked his neck. I love that Anne Rose is just kind of providing the exposition. She is explaining what happened. Oh my god. Very matter-of-factly too, with like the most serious nature for it. He cracked his neck. Like, crack, crack. Oh my god, this show is just ridiculous, y'all. Oh, the true personality is coming out. The overconfident act that I'm so much better than you. I'm happy-go-lucky, essentially. Nothing at all gets in his way. And now his scumbag personality is out. Oh my god, an actual gold dragon. And I love that the power level continues to go lower. Not even over 9,000. That is animated so well. Our boy just sneezed, and it's gonna blow him away. A true bloody tornado. A very mob-like way to die, or at least be defeated. A dragon lost to a sneeze. He's called me. Is that the king of Arania? Because we know what the king of Midgar looks like, at least from the back. Red hair, very reminiscent of Iris, after all. I'm guessing the mother, or the queen, has the silver hair indicative of Princess Alexia. And he's throwing so much shade. Oh, the amount of energy just coming off of her as she's restraining herself. Yeah, the dude's under the influence of something. He's been waiting for this moment. What? Are you kidding me? He's portraying them as weighted gear, even though we know it's cheap armor and everything. It could very well have that aspect about it, but this is very reminiscent of Rock Lee or even Goku. Oh my god. Alright, one of my favorite developments instantly. I love it when characters wear weighted gear and pull it off and then drop it to show their strength, to show what they've been enduring, and then portraying how much stronger or faster they are without it. Oh, it's such a shonen concept, and I love it. Oh my god. By the time this is done, Mundane Man's reputation will be through the roof. Even though he's currently dead in this world. But these are the chains that hold me back. It had her shook. Are you seriously flexing a neck crack? I need to calm down because I will go lightheaded. But the presentation, the execution, the fact that it was portrayed so seriously, and then him just nonchalantly walking past, because in reality, it's not that cool, it's not that serious, but I can crack my neck too. I crack my neck on a daily. I already beat Anne Rose. I'm sorry. Oh, this show, the absurdity just gets to me. Comedy is so fucking good, y'all. All right, we're back. So definitely picked up from where last episode was. We got the whole incident aspect. We even met Perv Asshat, or as he prefers to be called, Lord Perv. Does he know what his name means? It doesn't seem like a nickname. It's really, really implying that it's not. But this man's obviously shady, obviously suspicious, because he's already back in action after being stabbed. It was portrayed way more serious in the paper and in the events than it actually was. So maybe he is one of the Knight of Rounds, perhaps, because he has that ageless immortality. But it also seems like he, is manipulating the king. It seems to have his fingers puppeteering the kingdom of Arania. Because the king does seem like he's either brainwashed or under the influence of something. He's kind of like a ventriloquist dummy. He's just doing as Lord Perv says. So I'm kind of curious what we'll get with here. And will Iris expose him? Will Rose eventually expose him? What's going to go on with that plot line? Because Iris definitely needs to relieve some stress and take out some anger because she was restraining herself. All of the shade thrown at her, all of the condescending remarks. This dude needs to get his face punched in and or just murderized. But the presentation of the neck crack and the sneeze and how serious Anne Rose took it. Look what I can do, crack, and just nonchalant walks past. I won't rehash it much, but that was easily a highlight of the episode. It was so fucking funny. I really did also like the art animation, the line art, the visual effects for Goldie versus Mundane Man. It was kind of nice that we got more focused on that fight, and then we pretty much skipped past Quentin. We got a very quick resolution. We just immediately cut to the victory, and we're saving Anne Rose versus Mundane Man next time. And I swear, unless he never truly exposes himself as Shadow or as Sid in disguise, Mundane Man, even though he's dead, his reputation will be through the roof by the time this tournament's over. His family might be like, wow, he actually accomplished things. We mistakenly named him Mundane. It would be kind of nice. It'd be like a last wholesome note for his death, perhaps. I wonder if we'll ever learn the circumstances, but I doubt it. He died an unremarkable death, after all. He lived an unremarkable life. He was disowned by his family. Maybe they'll try to re-own him and then be like, yeah, that was always our plan. We just wanted to tough him up. Oh, this arc's already pretty entertaining. I'd say I still prefer the Sanctuary arc, but I really do like Mundane Man and the absurdity of it. The whole going for these upsets, doing the least expected thing, turning the situation around and surprising the audience and all the spectators, even the veterans, the most experienced fighters watching. So I'm kind of curious what Anne Rose will be capable of, how long she'll last in a fight against Mundane Man. And we also got the introduction of Beatrix, the aunt of Alpha, because she said late sister's daughter who had gone missing, and we know Alpha was found as a blob because she got possessed and transformed at a very young age and was saved. So I wonder if we'll reach ahead on that plot point, or if that'll be like a season 2 or a season 3 plot point. I do like Beatrix's design, very, very Olivia-esque, like same facial features and everything. There's different attire. I think the voice actor is just slightly different too, but close enough. So I wonder, like, how old is she? Was she around during the time of Olivia? How long ago was that? I can't remember if we ever got a specified amount of time. Like, was this 400 years ago or something like that? And I wonder, would Alpha want to go back to that life? I doubt it because she's very committed to Shadow Garden. But what would go along those lines? Will we ever truly see what happened in her past? Will we start getting more of the past for the Seven Shadows and development along those lines? Will Beatrix fight Shadow, fight Mundane Man, or even perhaps join up with them? That'd be kind of cool. I don't have a lot we can gauge her off of just yet. We know she's strong because even Sid praised she's saying she's pretty strong, which coming from this man, it already means a lot. So I wonder if, like, maybe on the levels of Aurora, even though Aurora was very limited in strength, maybe above that, could she survive an I am atomic or even deflect it or avoid it? Would we have to see a completely different move? Either way, I'm very excited to see what's going to go on. Oh, I wonder also when we're going to reach ahead on Rose's possession and how she might end up joining the Shadow Garden. Because right now, Shadow Garden's manipulating Alexia to slow her down and control her actions and her movements and her, I guess, train of thought for the time being until they can utilize it to the full effectiveness, all through Beta, aka Natsume. So I wonder if maybe they'll have both be able to confront her first, and then maybe like Sid confronts her, or even Shadow, or one of the Seven Shadows manages to recruit her, expose her to the truth of the world, to the truth of the organization. I wonder if Rose will also try to save the king, perhaps. But it's definitely going to come to a head when it comes to Lord Perv. Only 4 episodes left, though. This will end by the end of February. It's a shame. I do need a season 2 announcement. Oh, so glad I started this show because it's so fantastic. Either way, if you want the full version, check out my Patreon, link down below, amongst other platforms. Support me on all those. Make sure you leave a like, comment, subscribe. Let me know about my reaction, the episode itself. What did you think? The biggest highlight, the main spectacle for me was the weighted gear aspect, not the Goldie versus Mundane Man or Beatrix entrance or anything along those lines. No, it's just the reminiscence to the Naruto to the Goku days. Oh, I love the weighted gear so much. But this has been AlduicS. Thank you all so much for watching. I'll see you all for another video. Peace.